Many may have counted you out, all right? But God has counted you in, and now it is your time to be triumphant, to be seen, to be recognized for all of the great things that you do, for the person that you are, and for the person that you're going to continue to be in your beautiful future. All right. All the problems and the strife that you may have come from is not going to be able to touch you in the same way like it used to in the past, like it hurt you in the past, like it derailed you in the past. That is not really going to be able to take place in the way that it used to. All right. And it's because you are heavily protected. You are an anointed person who saw the light. You saw what was really going on in the world. You saw what was going on within yourself. All right. Which is very powerful to see your own self, to see your own faults, to see your own problems, and to be able to remedy that with God's guidance. Okay. So understand that, yes, you may have been counted out by many people around you, but these days, no, it's going to be something to where people are going to have to respect you, even if they can't stand your guts. Even if they can't stand to be around you, if they got to be around you, they're going to respect you because they're not going to have no other option here. All right. You're a very protected person, a high ranking person who came from a lot, and people counted you out since you were a kid a lot of times. Who does that? We're talking about karmic, narcissistic people. That's who. That's who does that. These people wanted you to be bound and controlled by them, codependent on them, on their karmic, narcissistic ways. But you had another story. You had another life to live. God chose you to be the person who was not going to be a part of that equation, that toxic equation, that never ending generational curse type of thing. You're not about to be a part of that, even though maybe that used to be maybe half of your life. This time, when you're moving the way that you're moving now, the way that you're moving up, the way that you're elevating now, nobody's going to stop you. Nobody's going to count you out and get away with it. Okay? The job that you want is going to be your job, regardless of who tries out here to count you out of it, who tries to tell you that it's not going to be yours or you're not cut out for it. Because the bottom line is they didn't do the work. They didn't do the work that you did to get that position. All right. So when people say all this nonsense, you got to remember to look at yourself and look at them, and you'll see what's really going on here. You are a mirror, a living mirror for a lot of people. Everything that, when they look at you, it's a reflection of what they're not. You understand? Every time they look at you and they feel like you have a little bit more in life, people are going to try to count you out because they feel like they don't want you to feel as mighty as you're meant to feel, because you came from a lot and you went through a lot of struggle, right? And so, of course, people are going to want you to stay in that energy of feeling sad, down, depressed, anxious, codependent. I'm never going to be anybody without these people to help me out, right? But you know who you are and you know what you're made of. God knows who you are. God knows your spirit. God put your spirit in you. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like anybody who tries to count you out is playing a dangerous game here. All right. People are going to have to respect your name even if they cannot stand you. You are not going to be treated like a second-class citizen by anybody. The moment that you see that disrespect, you need to put a cap on that. You need to put, you got to nip it in the bud, because that's not how it's supposed to be for you. You being an anointed person who has bigger things to do, and people want to come for you in that type of way, it's not going to work. They will not be successful. You will not be counted out because God counted you in. You are the person in the ring. You are the undefeated champ. You understand what I'm saying? So anybody who comes into that ring has no chance. And when I say come into the ring, they could be coming in with drama, problems, trying to fight you, trying to take something from you, trying to play games with you. It's not going to work. You're always going to be triumphant, standing in that ring and seeing, looking around that no one can really touch you because you are heavily protected. Okay. And it's a beautiful thing. Imagine being counted out by your own people for your whole life, feeling like you're always going to be in someone else's shadow, feeling like you always have to depend on the next man or the next woman to stay afloat. Imagine that. But a lot of us have went through that, and it's very saddening. However, now that you have transformed, now that you know who you are and what your purpose is, okay, this is the beauty of it all, to turn it all around and to really live that best life that you will never be counted out of. You were never meant to be counted. It was supposed to toughen you, all right? And strengthen your spine, make you solid. to deal with these days and to deal with the days of the future, okay? So understand, remember who you are. When people try to count you out, you just got to remind yourself who you are and keep boogieing. And the people who try to come for you are really trying to come for God, because God is the one who put it in you to be great. So whoever tries to mess with you and play games with you is playing a very dangerous game, okay, everybody? Love yourself, know who you are, stay up.